What's up? Welcome back to our Vegas excursion, the history of wrestling here in
Full House. Sounds like an episode of Full House.
Exactly. Thank you, Jay, for getting there. I appreciate it.
All right. Fabulous Alibaba Hotel and Casino.
But we're not there right now.
We're at Lucky O'Shea's.
There we go. All right. I'm going to step in here for a minute because Jay's doing a lot of the WCW talking. We're going to talk about WWE here soon. What I want to talk about is something a lot of people don't remember.
Okay.
September 23rd, 1994. Las Vegas, the MGM Grand Hotel, as a matter of fact.
So we could have done that while we were still over there.
Didn't know it was over there.
Failed, Jeff.
I'm not sure it's at the Grand Garden Arena. I'm not sure that was open yet.
Oh, okay.
So that's why I wasn't sure. But the UWF, the Blackjack Brawl, run by Herb Abrams and co-written by Zoogs Rift. Big shout out to Zoogs. Yay, Zoogs. Aaron, this one's for you, buddy. Alright, I'm going to go with the whole card. This card is ridiculously friggin' long. There's a whole bunch of stuff going on. But you had Danny Spivey, you had Johnny Ace, Missy Hyatt.
Johnny Ace, who we buried on Renegade, like, who knows how long ago.
Yeah, fuck you, Johnny. Alright, anyway.
But you already knew that.
That's right. Mondo Guerrero, Bob Orton Jr., you know, Little Tokyo, Karate, the Karate Kid, the
Not
midget.
Ralph Macchio, though.
Yeah, not Ralph Macchio, the midget wrestler.
Or even Hilary Swank.
Keena Moretti, a.k.a. Ivory,
Yes.
was on that card to win the UWF Women's Championship. Actually, she lost it. The Killer Bees were on this card. The Warlord, Larry Power. Fuck.
Hey.
Here's the funniest thing about this whole show. There was a lumberjack match between the infamous Cactus Jack and the legendary Superfly Jimmy Snuka.
Okay.
Now, Cactus talks about this in his book, if you recall. Have a nice day. He refused to jog for Jimmy, but Herb wanted Cactus to go over. So they came with a decision in the lumberjack match. Double count out. Yeah. There you go. And in the main event, Steve Williams defeated Sid Vicious by disqualification.
This is Dr. Death.
Dr. Death, not Stone Cold. That's right, Dr. Steve Williams. That's right. Defeated Sid Vicious to retain the UWF Heavyweight Championship. Not a whole lot of stuff on here that we would remember, but the guys I mentioned, it's a pretty big stack card.
That's a pretty good all-star.
Pretty good all-star roster there for UWF now. This guy over here, I'm jealous of because every year he comes up here and heads out to wherever they hold this place.
That's at the Gold Coast Casino.
Gold Coast Casino and goes to the Cauliflower Alley Club convention, man.
And you know what? It's open to everybody.
It is.
You know, the membership's not that expensive, but
It's not.
you know, obviously the trip, the flight out there for some people who don't necessarily live in California, could just trailblaze or whatnot. But
Trailblaze, eyebrow raise.
Exactly.
There you go.
At 130, 140 miles an hour.
You can
Damn.
smell what the lady killer's cooking.
Thank you.
Right here at Burger King.
Yeah, right here.
I guess you're cooking a Whopper with cheese and ketchup? Is that it?
Naturally.
You know it.
You know it. Oh, I got it today. I spiked my hair. I'm ready today.
Spikes are kind of faded there with
Yeah. We've been, that's what 114 degree weather on November. Today's November 3rd.
Today's November 3rd.
So that's what the November weather would do to you here in Vegas. Wait till they get the joke. It's August. Anyways, this event involves, it's basically the WWE Hall of Fame, but allowing people not just in the WWE to say and do whatever the fuck they want on the microphone. This is extended speeches, and if you ever wanted to smoke weed or drink or do drugs with some of your favorite classic WWF superstars, that is the prime place to do it. Now I'm straight edge, and I clearly don't do that kind of stuff, but I do see a lot of marks.
We saw you at this one.
No, I don't. But anyways, the Iron Sheik will do anything for a beer. He will talk up whoever you want him to talk up. He will hate on whoever you want him to hate on. He wants you to write whoever you don't like my 2 lines, and he'll spit on you. And he's done that. Thanks, Sheik. Big shout out to Iron Sheik.
Good, thank go.
Yeah. Roddy Piper, Ricky Steamboat,
Stone Cold was up there.
Nick Bockwinkel, a lot of he actually runs it. Nice guy.
Awesome call.
Awesome call. Yeah, Kia is definitely involved.
Kia is a doll, and I'd love to go up there and see her. We're up here.
And it can happen. It can happen. So
It's just, for me, with the pricing, every year on cauliflower, I seem to just go flat broke. It just always seems to happen.
I get lucky, man.
Yeah, it's true.
It's only WrestleMania time.
And Lucky O'Shea's. Probably the only time I'll ever get lucky at Lucky O'Shea's. So,
To be honest, it's also an emotional experience because when they start talking about their career up to this point and they start crying, like Rockin' Robin, she came out and she said that when her home flooded in New Orleans, the only thing she took with her was a WWF Women's title that she won, and like how much the business means to some of these people. That's actually, it's worth the price of admission. They give you a show without having to lace up anymore. God knows I don't want to see Sergeant Slaughter lace up. Oh, yeah, but he does.
yeah,
Still
he does. 4th of July he did it, man.
Yeah.
He jogged out to Jack Swagger.
But I'm just saying I don't want to see them on a weekly basis. But
And you know what? Just real quickly, when I saw Sarge arrive that day at the arena, something told me he was going to be on the 4th of July episode. I saw him. Granted, he's an agent. Granted, he's usually at every show anyways. But a light bulb just went off in my head, and I was like, you know what? We're here for the 4th of July taping too. God damn it if Sergeant Slaughter isn't going to do a job again.
again, I love Sergeant Slaughter, but hearing him for 1 hour at the CAC, every time, like, you know how Jericho was going arm bar, every time in between his speech, he's like, what can I say? I was destined for greatness. Every 5 minutes of a 1 hour speech. I love you, Sarge, but that was it was way too fucking much. I was like, what else are you gonna say? I love my kids or whatever. What can I say? I was destined for greatness. I'm like, all right, Sarge. When Jack Swagger,
What can I say? I was drunk that night.
Before I came here. But what can I say?
And to
I was
see-
destined for greatness.
Also to see some people that you saw and clearly are probably not going to be Hall of Famers in this lifetime, like Stacey Carter, like Kazan. You see some of those people, like
Great people, not Hall of Fame.
and some people that are just having legal issues with WWE, like Raven. Raven is there. If you want to meet Raven, you go there. Mil Máscaras, better than
Ian
Sin Cara.
Mucha?
No, that was my gimmick back in 05. But Mil Máscaras is there. Just awesome. You know, superstar Billy Graham, big douchebag, or giant douchebag.
So I've heard.
But he's very sick. And to get maybe one of his last autographs, I got Luna Vachon. I was probably one of the last people to get an autograph from her because she died not too long after that.
There you go. Now you wanted to talk about something that didn't happen in this city.
I just wanted to give a shout out, since we were giving shout out to WF, which for the most part nobody has probably even heard of, even though they have great wrestlers on the card. Even though we were just touching on the Cauliflower Alley, which again a lot of us probably are never going to get to, except for stockholders and people within the industry. I just wanted to give a brief shout out to Rick Bassman's CPW that ran the show here back in 04 at State Line. Rick always made me comfortable. I know he made you feel comfortable when we came to his shows at the Galaxy or at the Grove at Anaheim.
Did you go to the show, State Line?
I did not go to that show. But I just wanted to put him over really quickly since his company did run in Nevada.
Yeah.
Granted, this is the history of Las Vegas wrestling. Just a quick shout out to a dude. Went out of his way to make me feel comfortable every time I was around him. I tried to return the favor for him one day at the Honda Center. You know, he was getting caught up. My company was giving him a bunch of crap because he didn't have the proper credential. I'm like, Mr. Bassett. Awkward. Because I knew who he was. The yellow shirts, the white shirts, they didn't know who the hell this guy was.
Once again in this business, it pays to have people know who you are, and it pays to know other people. We found that out Monday night.
Exactly. So, quick shout out to Rick and his UPW.
We will miss you. We'll miss you, UPW. All right, that's gonna wrap it up for this particular segment. And
now we're going to fucking Margaritaville.
we're going to Margaritaville, and I won't be drunk, Jeff, but we'll still have fun.
Yeah. See you there. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the final installment of Wrestling History in Las Vegas. And I'm sorry if I'm laughing. We're fucking hysterical because we're tired. So we're just going to get right into this. And the you know, there's a lot of Raws and SmackDowns and house shows and shit that happen here, but I could only find results for certain things. So we're just going to touch on some of the highlights, like, you know, Shane McMahon beating Joey Abs.
Fuck. I don't know what happened. Joey Abs done lost his shame.
Give me the book.
Give me the book.
Seriously.
Okay.
If I could be serious for a minute.
Yes.
That's Storm.
The SmackDown was filmed on September 14th, 1999, and aired on September 16th, 1999. That's probably right around the time that this episode's going to go up, too.
Yeah, seriously. Right?
But the highlight of that night, in all seriousness,
Vince McMahon.
Vinnie Mac defeating Triple H to become WWF champion.
All bloody shithole with the championship.
I am the champion.
Triple H was like, be her hero, be Linda's hero. Weren't they like divorced?
Yeah.
And
At that point.
the only other thing worth mentioning on this card, and as hysterical as we are, I know we're just going to fall out over this, but Al Snow defeated
Oh shit! Here we go.
defeated the Big Boss Man.
The pepper Oh god!
What is there?
Pepper!
Hey!
Oh, hey, okay.
Stat Boy's trying to get us to calm down, but I think it's a lost cause.
Seriously. Oh god.
I gotta scroll through here, okay.
While he's scrolling through there, you know, Ron Artest has recently changed his name. I may have a new nickname for the show. I may be the negotiator.
There you go.
You already know that.
You already know that. That's
This
right.
brings us fast forwarding to February 25th, 01.
No way out, baby.
That's right, in which Chris Jericho, your favorite wrestler,
That's right, right?
defeated Chris Benoit, Eddie Guerrero,
And
and
X-Pac.
X-Pac in a fatal four-way to retain the Intercontinental Champion. Now, one of these things is not like the other. One of these things
just doesn't belong here.
Why the hell is X-Pac in this match? Seriously.
Seriously.
I know Sean's your boy, and I've got nothing but respect for
Yeah,
Sean.
exactly,
But
exactly.
Jericho, Benoit, Eddie, yo, you
And
dealing with the X Factor? Really?
Yeah.
No.
Prince Albert.
Then you got Triple H versus Stone Cold in a 3 stages of hell match.
Great shit right there.
Awesome.
The best match
Followed
of the year.
up by Steven Richards versus Jerry Lawler. What the fuck was Vince thinking?
Because
Booking that.
What can follow that up?
Well, because you didn't have a little break between that and the title match.
Yeah, that's why you had the Dudleys versus Edge and Christian and the Brothers of Destruction in a
Okay.
tables match.
Okay.
So what the fuck was Steven Richards versus Jerry Lawler doing between those things?
It was the battle for right unity versus right to censor.
That's
Okay,
that was
I
pretty
guess
big,
so.
yeah.
That's a big deal.
Then you had a Raw from Vegas, February of 02.
Rock and Kurt Angle had no way out.
Yes, okay. Back
Oh, that was
Botch
one of my
finish. Botch
favorites.
finish.
Yeah.
Earl Hebner botched that finish.
2001, yeah.
Yep.
I like
So-
that poster, by the way, because Angle finally had the cover.
All to himself. That's
Yeah,
right,
and
baby.
that was a really nice cover,
Yeah.
and I was really behind Angle at that time. I
Yeah.
still am, but I mean, at that time, I was just a real big Angle.
Ah,
fan.
yeah,
Then you
right.
go to Raw from February 4th, 2002, almost an entire year later.
Yep.
Mhm.
And you've got Taz and Spike Dudley defeating Billy and Chuck and Albert and Scotty 2 Hotty. I believe that was when they won the tag titles. I could be mistaken.
Retain.
Okay, it was a retention. Jericho and The Undertaker defeating Austin and The Rock. That was a hell of a main event.
Yeah.
Very star-studded.
Yes.
And we bypass this real quick. Then you go to the first ever Raw Roulette later that year.
Yay. Roulette. TLC.
That's right. Booker T versus The Big Show in a cage match.
Damn.
Triple
What
H
the hell was
versus
a big show in a cage match in Raw Roulette?
Triple H versus D'Lo Brown in a blindfold match.
God damn it.
Wow.
And the biggest epic fail of the night is if D'Lo Brown versus Triple H wasn't bad enough. William Regal versus Goldust in a Las Vegas Showgirls match where they both
Wow.
came out dressed like Las Vegas Showgirls.
D'Lo Brown, really? What was it, a chest protector on the pole?
One of these things just doesn't belong here.
Wow.
Test versus Al Snow in a Las Vegas street fight.
There you go.
I think they actually
Jerry
did hit
the
a
King
crap
Lawler
table.
versus Steven Richards in an It's Legal in Nevada match.
Yeah.
Wow,
baby.
wow, 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 wow.
God,
And
Father.
then you've got TLC 4.
Yeah.
Kane and the Hurricane, Bubba and Spike, RVD, and Jeff Hardy!
Who mentioned you, dude?
And Christian and Chris Jericho. Again, your favorite wrestler.
That's right.
And Kane went solo, defying the odds to retain the title.
First of all, can I just say why we said Jeff Hardy in the Vince McMahon-like voice? We have a good friend of the show, Chris Hardy. Big shout out to you, Chris. What up, boy?
X gon' give it to you!
Yeah, that was his theme song. What happened is when we would go meet these superstars at events, he really didn't care for them other than the fact that they've worked with Jeff Hardy in some way, shape, or form.
Seriously.
So, for example, like I was telling these guys, we'd go meet Tori Wilson. He's like, "Hey, Tori, remember at Invasion 2001 when you made out with Jeff Hardy?" I don't think Tori Wilson wanted to hear that.
Yeah, seriously.
Even if it was like Tajiri.
Yeah.
They're like, Tajiri, remember on the SmackDown episode when you fought Jeff Hardy? Everybody. And then if they didn't work with him, like Ric Flair or something, he's like, "Dude, you know who you should work with?" Jeff Hardy.
But anyways,
Yeah.
getting back on track, after that awesome TLC match, they decide to go off the air with one of the biggest epic failure storylines
Katie
in the
Vick.
history.
God damn.
They're jumping the gun there, Jeff.
Sorry,
Thank you.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Where Triple H comes out and he mentions Katie Vick. C-Nation fans, Google it.
No, don't.
Was this the roulette? Hold on, a question. Was this the roulette when the two showgirls were with Bischoff, and then when he rolled the wheel, or he spun the wheel or whatever, and he turned back and said, "Where are the girls?" And then they were both with Orton? Was that it?
I think so.
Maybe. No, I don't think so. I think that was
The next one.
because this was October 02 and
No, not yet. No.
He
You're
Orton
right.
was still on SmackDown.
Yeah.
That's true.
With the Jerry curl.
So his little AJ Styles Midwestern farmer
little
there.
Jerry.
That's right.
So fast forward from Raw Roulette. Now we're in the middle of June 26th, 2005. Little ironic that, Raw Roulette was back out here this year on June 27th.
That's true. But for
So,
05, it was
Vengeance.
Nice.
The Hurricane and Rosie with Super Stacy defeated
Yay.
the Heartthrobs to retain the tag titles on Sunday Night Heat.
Wow.
Google Sunday Night Heat for you newer fans that don't know what the hell we're talking about.
And Google Super Stacy too.
And Google Sunday if you're retarded.
You had Shawn Michaels versus Kurt Angle Part 2.
There you go.
Awesome match.
Yes,
You had
yes.
Cena versus Christian and Chris Jericho in a triple
remember
threat
that.
match.
The WWE Championship.
And you had Batista versus Triple H.
Hell
in
in
a
a Cell.
Nice.
There we go.
Very, very solid card. Lots of
Yes.
highlights there.
Yes, definitely.
I actually was excited about that event because remember on the DVD cover they had like the little fence, the cage, and they had like both of them
Triple
swearing
H and
on.
Hunter,
Yeah.
Triple H and Batista, I mean.
Generally, I get
Yeah.
tired of rivalries, but that one I knew was gonna.
It was
yeah.
going to be epic at the end,
It was-
absolutely.
exactly.
Yeah, yeah,
Then you fast forward again a couple years to another No Way Out, 2008.
Oh, Jeff Hart. Jeff Hardy was the poster boy.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Yes.
You had a freaking awesome dark match. Kane versus Shelton Benjamin.
Wow.
Shelton Benjamin not getting the love he deserved in a dark match on a pay-per-view.
That's fair.
Shelton was going through Zack Ryder status.
Seriously,
Yeah.
right?
In many ways, he's still.
Curtain jerker. You had Chavo Guerrero defeating CM Punk to retain the ECW title.
What? No.
Are you telling me that the Swagger Sword Eagle beat the Straight Edge Savior?
What the fuck is going on?
So you're telling me he came out in that poncho, took it off, and CM Punk was like the biggest thing going on at that time. Even like everyone would cheer him when he come out,
Yep.
and he got over on CM Punk.
That's bad.
Wow. No
I
wonder.
believe that's still when La Familia was hot, so that's
true. He
probably
was
why
right.
he was
True.
getting that push.
So shout out to Bam Neely for saving helping out Chavo.
Shout out to Vicky Guerrero for helping Chavo get a push. I'm just
Seriously,
saying.
right?
Shout out to Zack Ryder, who was also a member
That's
of
right,
La
baby.
Familia.
One of the Edgeheads.
Those of you
Yeah.
marks, Zack Ryder used to be an edgehead.
That's right.
Undertaker won the Elimination Chamber match
to get a shot at the World
with
Championship.
Batista, Khali, Finley, MVP, and Big Daddy V.
Wow, that's pretty.
So basically, he only defeated Batista, Finley, and MVP.
Yeah.
I was pulling for Big Daddy V during that rivalry.
Really?
Well, if you saw Rob Van Dam's movie, Mr. RVD, Mark, Wrong Side of Town, you would know that Big Daddy V was in that movie, and he got his ass.
Rob
Sure did.
Van
Look, this guy knows I hate RVD, but Wrong Side of Town
It was good shit.
was a funny fucking movie.
Yeah, it was.
It was so fail, but it was so good at the same time. It was so bad, it was good.
Exactly.
Kinda
Watch
like the
that
score.
movie. Watch that movie at bootleg in the laundromat when the DVD guy comes through. Netflix. It's clearly not on WWE Shop.
No, definitely not. Definitely not.
Yeah.
Ric Flair versus Kennedy in a career-threatening match.
Yeah, right.
Of course, that was the pay-per-view before Ric Flair supposedly retired.
I
We
thought
all know
Kennedy-
how that happened.
I thought Kennedy was gonna be in a career injury match, and it was just pretty much.
Edge over Mysterio to retain the world title.
Yes.
That makes
Cena defeated Orton via DQ, so he didn't win the belt there.
Right.
That was when he cashed in his freaking Rumble win early.
He sure did.
And then
Yeah,
Triple H won the Raw Chamber with HBK, JBL, Umaga, Y2J, and Jeff Hardy.
To earn himself a WWE Championship match at WrestleMania.
And then the last piece of information I believe I have is a SmackDown from October 14th, 2008 is when it was filmed, aired October 17th. You had Carlito and Primo over the Edgeheads to retain the Undisputed Tag Team title.
There we go.
Oh man.
You had R-Truth over MVP.
No.
You had Ezekiel Jackson with the Brian Kendrick
That's right.
over Super Crazy.
No surprise there.
You had a Divas Las Vegas match with Maria, Maurice, Natalia, Victoria, and Brie Bella.
Which was the biggest bathroom break in WWE history.
Seriously.
You had Jesse and Festus versus Ryan Braddock and Kenny Dykstra.
Another bathroom break match.
We're gonna go to the
And
bathroom.
then you had Vladimir Kozlov over
Jeff Hardy. Sorry, man. Jeff was just on a losing streak around that time. And a cocaine binge, man.
Oh, shit.
And then, no, I was wrong. There was one more stat. March 30th, 2010, aired April 2nd, 2010. Jack Swagger cashes in his Money in the Bank
I was
over
there.
Chris Jericho
I was there. It was awesome.
to win the Money in the Bank.
Let's just say I was with sitting next to a little Jimmy, and she was crying so bad. And, you know, ruining people's lives, as Vince McMahon said, it turns me on. It really does.
Then you had John Morrison and R-Truth over Crime Time,
Okay.
which is where Crime Time split up.
That's right.
Oh,
That's
yes.
true. That's true.
Big Shad turned heel and became unemployed.
That's right.
And JTG
And JTG
is following
is now
suit.
heel. Is now
JTG
heel.
stayed babyface until recently.
Oh, yeah,
But apparently, once Superstars became an internet show, he became heel.
Yeah, I mean, even
That
now.
was news to me.
Yeah, man.
I don't know what's going on with JTG.
Shout out to JTG, even though he's a heel. He took a picture with us. He's on the website.
Go to Dad's on Wrestling's Facebook page.
That's
You'll
right,
see it there.
that's
We are not racist. We are with the black man on that picture.
Right.
Another thing.
We can.
Another thing worth pointing out. Kane defeated the NXT roster, not the Nexus, but they were still the NXT roster via DQ, which of course eventually evolved into Nexus.
That's right.
No offense, but they were still coming out to that gay song.
Yeah.
We are wild and young. My goodness, I was going to blow my fucking brains out and just end it now. I wanted to pull
I
my...
think that's what we've done this entire last segment of the show. Is just
Seriously.
blow our fucking brains
So
out.
let's just wrap it up. For the love of God,
Seriously.
dude.
People are waiting.
Thank
for
you
the
all
Las
for watching.
Vegas history of wrestling,
Yes.
which hopefully Statboy is going to do an awesome job editing all this together. We want to make sure, Statboy, make sure you don't edit this part out. We are giving you the credit you deserve because you got a lot of work ahead of you.
Yes, sir.
Big shout out to Statboy for doing all this editing. I'm the Renegade of Wrestling, JJ Williams, the Lady Killer, Ray Larkin, Mr. TW, and we'll see you next time.